Hola.
Oh gosh. I'm over here talking to a muted microphone. Hello everyone. It is us yet again. I am the light of the Leo, and this is my brother, Mr. Jojo Speaks. He is making me watch Young Royals, and we are here to do a spoiler review of it. Literally talk about every aspect of the episode for episode 5 of season 1. And yeah, that's a good introduction. Let's go ahead and get to it. To join us.
Yes. Yes.
Oh goodness. Okay. So you guys, this may be this did not maybe. This is the episode that got me to want to watch more of Young Royals. After 5 episodes,
Hmm.
I am finally invested.
You're invested. You're all in now. And I'm
I
so
am in there
excited.
now.
Yes. I have to say I was a little worried for you in the beginning, because I can tell your disinterest in it. And I was like, dang, she's not liking it. She's not liking it. But I'm glad that you're at that point now. And once we get to season 2, child, it's just gonna be a full 180, honey. Well, I hope to see a full 180.
I'll let you know tomorrow. I do think that it was just simply because you can see all the bad things happening.
Yeah.
Being that they're youngins and teenagers, they want to do what they want to do, and it's like, gosh,
Was it a little predictable for you?
a little. It was
Oh,
incredible. It was incredibly predictable. Um, Shoot, it wasn't even surprising when we found out that August was broke. It's like, oh, that makes
that's
sense.
why. Okay,
It,
you
like,
have a reason to be petty because you ain't got no monies,
yeah.
honey.
And of course, because if you had it, you wouldn't be this thirsty. And
Right.
that's what he has been so much. And I'm just starting to notice this quietness amongst us. So I'm gonna turn on this music while you get us started, Jonathan.
Yes, and do you think that's the reason why he's been going after the police because she has so much money?
Of course. Why
Yeah,
else?
I didn't pick up on that until recently for some
While while
reason. I just
Felice, while Felice mama want her to go after the crown prince now.
right when she doesn't need to. She has no need to do that. She got her
Uh,
own.
it's her homie, her bestie.
Anyways, so we start out the episode the morning after Wilhelm and
This
Simone have yes
morning.
they after the first time they have made love, and yes, that's what I'm going to categorize it as
Sweetheart love. I can
love
we can say
making.
that was love. I
It
think
was.
yeah, for sure.
It wasn't
Just
just a hit it and quit it. It wasn't just a, let me get this thing
it's
off and,
passionate love making.
absolutely. Yes. I'm surprised you said
And
passionate
then
love
and
making.
then and because it
It
was
was.
they real sweet on each other, and at
Hmm.
least it didn't happen while he was inebriated. So after he woke up and he was
Exactly.
good, then he was in a clear mind to have relations.
Absolutely. So they wake up in loving bliss. Simone Simone mentions Willem's stink morning breath, honey. He's like, "Oh, your breath is terrible, Willem. I
Mm-hmm.
can't stand it." And so then the security guard knocks on the door and says, Willem, it's time for breakfast," and they're a little surprised. Okay, they're a little taken aback. I don't know why, because they know what the routine is every single
Okay,
day. Okay.
we gotta eat breakfast.
Um, so Willem tells Simone, "Okay, you got to wait until I leave, and then you can head on out." And Simone is hungry, so Simone needs some breakfast. He needs some nourishment for his body to get through the day. And Willem's like, "That's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? You should have ate before you came here, boy." Um, and so we get onto the next scene. Do you have any reflection on the first scene of the show?
It was very sweet.
It was. It started out with Willem kind of, running his fingers along Simone's back, and it was just really really sweet. Grown people stuff, grown folk stuff, child.
Yeah.
Very much so. So they get to class, and Simone sits next to Sarah in class. It's weird to see a brother and sister in the same class, but for a show, they got to be in the same class.
It
And
only yeah. maybe they might be Irish twins, you know what I'm saying? Less than a year apart, I guess. Who knows?
Right, and the school is fairly small as well. They have a
Yeah.
fairly small count size of students, so that would make sense as well. So Sarah says, Simone, where were you last night? You
Okay.
did no, she didn't ask him where he was last night. She said you didn't come home last night, and Simone was like, no, I didn't. It is what it is. It be what it be. Okay. Do you find it odd that the students have to stand up for the teacher when they come into the class? Did that take you by surprise?
No, because I've been getting into a whole lot of K dramas and stuff like that. So I've been getting introduced to so many different cultures and things that people do in class and restaurants and things that us in America we're not so used to seeing. Now if
Hmm.
we had no, what we're used to here in America is for the teacher to already be up in there
Right,
when we
right,
walk in there, and then when it's time for class to start, "Sit it down," and then everybody sit down.
right. Then they take attendance and then we start with the class. Yes,
Exactly.
absolutely. So Willem hands Simone a sandwich. He made him a sandwich in the dining room.
Breakfast sandwich of love.
Yes, a breakfast sandwich of love. That's right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Um, so I thought that was so sweet. I really did. He just kind of throws it into his lap as he walks by. It was really cute. What men's do for their men's is so sweet.
So so
So
nice.
after class, August and his whole crew, they call Willem over. And it's an emergency. Alexander, their fellow brother, has been suspended. And Willem is like, why did he get suspended? Well, August was saying, well, he didn't let us in last night. And so they're thinking that he got caught with their many drug paraphernalia and alcohol and whatnot. They don't know for sure, but that's what they're thinking. And Willem is like, well, I can't be caught up in this. I'm the prince. Like this can't come down on me. Like what the heck is going on? And August is like,
Child.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll try to
Got
figure
to be
something.
more careful.
We'll try to figure something out. What did you think of Willem's reaction to what had happened, and August being so calm, cool, and collected at that time?
Well, August has a perpetual mask on him at all times, so I'm not
Hmm.
surprised he was calm. He always plays calm. And as far as Willem, I felt sorry for him because he's being dragged into things that he says they say he's supposed to be a part of and all that stuff. And I'm kind of like thinking like, what would his brother would have been doing? Was he like the head of it and knew how to move better? Like
That's
I'm
what I'm
trying to figure
thinking.
out like what's going on because even if they all got in trouble, Willem was just be in trouble by association. Is this the group that y'all are a part of? Is like, how high society is this? Are we really like, what's up?
Right. And then there was another scene before this scene. I'm sorry, I skipped it. So we see Wilhelm and Simone, they're walking outside. And August and one of his friends are walking next to Willem. And Willem gives Simone a little smile. And then August is like, Willem, what happened last night? We didn't see you. Where were you? What happened? And
Hmm.
August fully knows full well where Wilhelm was, but he's asking
Which
him to
is why he
see.
should be knocked in the teeth.
And so Willem says, "Oh well, I don't really remember. I blacked out, and
Yeah,
it is
crazy
what it is.
drugs.
Yeah, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying when you're
Woo.
under the influence. You know what I'm saying."
It happens.
Did August really expect for Willem to tell him the truth? Like, come on now, August is just messing with his second cousin and being
Exactly.
petty.
A person like that, a person like August, yes, he enjoyed seeing his cousin lie, knowing that that's what he was doing, or he was just curious as to what he would say. Because
Exactly.
sometimes when you do have somebody that is in compromising positions, you just want
Hmm.
to see what's up.
Right, exactly. So then we get a scene of Felice and Sarah. They're back in the stable, or Sarah. They are back in the stable. And Felice invites Sarah over for a sleepover. Um,
Yay!
are you excited about their growing friendship, their budding friendship? It seems like it's really genuine, and Felice really has a heart for Sarah.
I think it's very nice. um I'm curious as to where things would go. because going on into this episode, I don't know. I just think a lot of, I don't want to say anything before it's time. So let me say this. I do appreciate it. Felice is very nice to her. And something tells me that Felice got something from her, to actually be
Yes.
so nice. So I think it's, worth it. Worth a relationship. I think it's nice that, they're coming together as one.
Right. Absolutely. And so then we get on. Did anything happen in between this scene and Willem going to over to Simone's house? I don't think anything of I don't think so. So next we have Wilhelm going over to Simone's house for a visit. Of course, his security guard is right behind him. His security guard has to be on his
To
back.
be honest, I was like, I wonder what the security guard gonna do, and she certainly followed up in that place too. I bet you was sitting down there eating popcorn, tater chips, and stuff like that, cake pie cookies with Mama.
With Mama, yes, because Mother
Hmm.
is so sweet.
She is sweet.
Like Simone and Sarah's mother is like the mother of the year. She is the sweetest woman, and you can probably tell why she couldn't put up with their father, because she didn't really want maybe that energy, his alcoholic energy, his drug induced energies around her. She really couldn't take it. So
And
it
stuff like that. You can't depend on, somebody that's in the midst of addiction.
right.
And of course, when you have two adults, you're hoping that they're both working, taking people to school and
Hmm.
stuff like that. And of course, being in an um being in the midst of addiction, of course, there's no way that you're going to be able to keep all of that up. Some people can function, but apparently her daddy didn't.
Yeah, yeah, apparently so. So, Willem is so sweet to his mother. She asked him if he wants something to drink, and I can't remember. I don't think he really answers her question whether he wants something to drink because Simone says, "Oh, Mom, we're just going to go play, video games." You know what I'm saying?
Right now.
Right now. Okay. Well, get your behind back here. You know what I'm saying, boy?
Oh.
So
And I'm
this
trying to figure out what's the layout of the house. It looked like they walked through a bunch of holes and stuff like that. What's up?
It did. It looks like Simone's room is like way in the back of the
Like
house.
like it like
There's a
back in a,
hall.
a basement? Like what's
Right.
what's
Like
going on?
there's a hallway leading to Simone's room, and
Yeah.
it seems like a weird layout. I agree with that. So
Like they look like they were walking for a minute.
for a minute, like
Okay. Some of y'all nice people that live out yonder away from the Americas, the States.
mhm.
If y'all are familiar with this kind of layout, could you please try to like explain that to us in the comments? Thanks.
Because it makes us feel like your houses are much bigger than ours.
Well, I mean, I know their house wasn't huge
Right.
because of the proximity of the kitchen, dining room, living room, and it's kind of small.
It is.
But
It is.
that long hall, I was like, why are they walking so long?
It didn't look like it fit in the house.
It didn't. Okay.
Yeah. So Willem goes into Simone's room, and
Okay.
one of the reactors that I watched said it's something for you to let someone see your room for the first time. Is I don't know if there's any significance about that, but that seems like a next step in your relationship.
It is because your room, the way you live, that kind of shows another part of you. So, yeah, that's a little bit of unveiling of who you truly are, seeing how you live.
Yes, Willem says, "Oh, this is cozy." Someone one of the reactors said, "Oh, that's the key word for quaint. The key word for a little small, a little, little."
I know it wasn't shade, but it
Of course,
felt
it
like
wasn't.
shade. It
Yeah,
felt like it. Oh, this is
yeah,
cozy.
yeah. Something a rich person would say.
Yeah, or royal.
Oh, royal, exactly. And so Wilhelm notices Simone's fish tank, which looks a little dingy.
Well, okay, Jonathan. Just so you know about fish tanks, not every fish tank is clear, you know what I'm saying? Some of them have, its own vegetation in there.
Okay.
So, his was a little bit more had more vegetation in it.
Yes, yes, a couple spots on the glass here and there, and Yeah, that's what I was noticing. But you know, hey, as
Mm,
long as the fish are still alive and doing well, that's all that matters. Okay.
shall I guess?
So this was honestly my favorite scene of the entire season. I'm a lover of love, so of course I thought this was absolutely adorable. So Willem asked, "Oh, I didn't know you had pets. What are their names?" And Simone is like, "Oh, well, it's kind of hard to tell them apart," which you can understand because they're all
It's a
goldfish
fish,
and they're all like the same size, and there's no
and
really
they look the
distinction
same.
between them. Yeah, exactly. It would be hard to tell them apart. So.
Okay, nobody
So
had a spot and nothing like that. It was just, fish.
just fish, right? I think it was three of them in there.
Hmm.
And so Simone goes to tell him the one name, and he gets kind of a little stuck as Willem walks up behind him, and kind of lays his head on his head, and Simone is he's caught up, honey. He
Yes.
one of the reactors said he can't even function, honey. He can't even function like
He
so.
he he wasn't able to. We can give let's give the fish names of the DC3. So he said, this one's Michelle,
Yes.
and this one's
Uh, 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 uh,
Kelly.
Kelly, yeah. The third one is
Ooh, what's her
uh,
name?
uh,
Uh, at
it's
the
I
tip of my
can't
tongue. I don't.
right like it's what was it again? Was it Ole Philly? No, it was Beyonce. Yes.
That's what it was.
Yes. Willem wraps his arm around Simone and he kisses him on the neck. And that kiss was so genteel, so genteel,
Genteel, yeah.
genteel. Mahershala Ali
Mm,
said the word genteel in Green Book, and it was so proper. And I
oh,
love when people say genteel, not
yeah,
gentle, but genteel.
genteel, because there's a difference.
Yes, it was, and so they commence to kissing, and then Simone has an idea. Uh-oh, wait a minute now. We in my parents' house. We can't be getting caught in here.
Okay,
Let me throw on these video games so they actually think that we playing video
and
games.
I bet you it was a YouTube of a video game because that thing was pew pewing and all that stuff. So like,
Okay,
it's
and
smart to show somebody playing it while you ain't playing it.
right, okay, it gives the illusion, honey. Yes, okay. And Willem is like caught by surprise, like he jumps back when one of the pow pows go off.
Okay, pew
Um,
pew.
and he was like, "Well, what'd you do that for?" And Simone was like, "Nigga, we can't have them hearing us doing our due, okay?"
Okay, dag nabbit.
And then Willem's next line is, "Does that turn you on?" Like Willem, you so nasty. Like you just want to do me. That's all you want to do. You just want to do me. Okay. I mean, ciao.
Oh gosh.
And so then we head on over to Felice and Sarah and what's her name? Madison's
Uh,
sleepover.
it was Stella. No, or Frederica. Does Frederica sound good? I think it was Stella.
It was one of them girls, child. So the three girls, Felice, Sarah, and their other friend, they are, walking in high heels. Sarah's being introduced to this new girly life. Um,
It was
child,
very nice of them. I
Fel-
think it was Frederica.
Frederica.
Because this Stella girl, she looks a little bit more blonde and stuff. Frederica has a
Okay,
little dark. But anyway, it was very nice. It's like it gave me 90s movie dress up,
right,
makeover montage. That's what it gave me.
exactly. So what were your feelings on Sarah's twerking abilities?
Come
She put
on.
a lot of effort into her twerking. Now,
You
Felice
know
is a
what?
pro at it. You know what I'm saying? She was letting the legs do the work, honey. She was letting the legs do the work.
Not everybody has the gift of moving their clappers. And that's okay. As long as you feel the groove and enjoy yourself, do you, boo boo. And at least you tried. And that's what matters.
She tried with her arms. That's how she
Oh
tried. She
gosh.
tried with her
Well,
arms.
not everybody knows how to make their backbone slip. It's a different feeling. So
um,
it's something new, something great. But it might not be for everybody, but something tells me if someone really gave her a class, she may be able to do a little something.
She might be able to if she's taught the correct technique, okay, step by step. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is possible. I
It.
believe in her.
I do, absolutely. And so they start talking about boys. They start having a little boy chat, and start talking about kissing, and then Sarah shares with Felice that August kind of kissed me in the stable because
And let me
Felice.
tell you something though. She said that after Felice was like, "Ugh, yeah, she must have called my phone," or he was saying something like that. Basically something to the effect, it sounded like she was about to let the boy go. That's how she was talking.
Right,
She was annoyed by him.
because if you don't remember in the last episode, Felice and August were walking into a room together, and Felice's friends was like, "What is this right here? What's going on right here?" And so Sarah shares with Felice that August kissed her in the stable, and Felice is like, "Oh, he's such an a-hole."
Yeah.
As soon as she said that, Miss Frederica, she was playing with her hair. She was like, "What? What? Say what? Huh? Say
What'd you say?
okay." And so Felice is like, "Come on, girl. We gonna send August a message, okay? A message, a text,
Which
honey."
was which had see, let me tell you something. I'm liking Felice more and more now.
Of course, yes.
I really am. Like I didn't know about her because my introduction to her was her DJing her own party. Okay, that was
Okay.
my introduction to Felice.
Frick it.
And if you're unsure of what I'm speaking of, in more of a layman's terms, she was
Pleasing herself.
that's a better way to say it.
Yes.
But yeah, she was DJing her party and that's what I knew. But now I am seeing more of her being nice to Sarah, not because she felt she have to, but it's like she came to a better understanding of her. And
Right.
something tells me it's not really in her to be ugly like that, like the way she
No.
was. She was really just stating her frustrations of that freaking horse.
Right.
So it's like I get it. It makes a lot of sense. I get her more and more of herself is coming out and also her BS detecting skills. I was very excited to realize that okay, she is not like in the air. She has the smarts. I feel like she gets it from her mama. She's seeing what's going on. She's
Mm.
peeping out the scenes and stuff like that. And she's
Mhm.
not disillusioned by August at all, which is very wonderful. So I'm very happy that it turned out that way because I was not ready for the extra drama that could have been, but I knew Felice wasn't into her like into him like that.
Right, exactly. And so, in I believe in the next scene, we have August calling a meeting in the training room, in the workout room, and they're trying to make a plan for how it is that they're going to get out of this mess that Alexander done got them into. And
Yeah,
so
because Alexander was saying, if y'all don't get me unsuspended, I'm gonna tell on you.
I'm gonna tell. Okay, I'm trying to state evidence on your ass.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Right, and so August brings up gets the idea. Well, let's just put it on Simone. He's the one that sold us the drugs, anyways. And oh, wait a minute, Willem, you didn't know that? You two are good
He's
friends.
a drug dealer.
Okay, a drug dealer. Okay,
Hmm.
selling the narcotics.
It's
Okay.
A to us.
Yeah, I thought you two were friends. What what's what's
Hmm.
what's going on? What did you think
I
of
can't stand
August
August.
in this moment when he's suggesting to blame it all on Simone?
August makes me very upset. I'm very close to saying the N word, but he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows the buttons to push, and it's like that's what desperate people do. They just do whatever, and just gotta be so freaking mean and surly about it.
Is
But of
is
course,
that,
he wasn't going to say it was him that he got it from Simone,
of
or
course.
so I was like, I don't know how this gonna work out, but let's see.
Right. And so after Willie here's this plan, this master plan of August. He goes to let Simone know what's going on. He said, "All right, so we're in this situation. August Alexander is suspended, and August said he wants to put it all on you." Now, Willem didn't say that he was going to agree with this particular plan, but
Mm-mm.
that's the way Simone heard
Heard it.
it.
But
Um,
also, Willem was upset at the fact, like, hold, so you dealing
so you
drugs?
dealing
The
drugs?
lowest.
The lowest. How dare you? How dare you be
Ah,
my lover and I not know this about
you're a
you,
drug
boy?
dealer.
A drug dealer connected to a prince. How what? How can I be connected to such a person?
But I'm happy that Willem was at least available enough to hear him and say, no, it's because he owes me money. And that was surprisingly a bomb that was dropped on
Willie.
Willie. He
Hmm.
didn't know that his cousin was broke.
He did not. This was eye opening for him. And Simone says, well, what about my family? What about them? What will happen to them if this comes out that I sold drugs? And he said, I'm not going to protect the royal family because the prince effed up. What did you were you disappointed that Simone had that statement for Willie?
Well, I mean, we can't blame him. You know what I'm saying? We
Hmm.
all out here trying to protect ourselves. Simone has a future. Willie has a future. Everybody got a future. Everybody trying to protect themselves. And the boy that got caught, he should have just been, doing a little better. And if he would keep his mouth shut, he'd help out everybody. And then some. I heard somebody say later on is that all they gonna do is just put him in another school in Switzerland. Like
Right, he gonna be all right. He got money.
they got money.
Well, yeah, they have money. Yes, his family has
I
money.
know who don't.
Oh, honey. Okay. Yes, we know who don't got no money. Okay.
We know who did bankruptcy.
Okay. Bankrupt, honey.
Okay.
Yes. And so next we get a scene of Felice, Sarah. They're all talking about this Lucia ceremony. Now I have no idea. Still to this day, I probably should have asked Google what a Lucia ceremony is. But it's a ceremony where everyone wears white. Miss Lucia has this crown on her head with candles on it.
Uh-huh.
And Felice is supposed to be Lucia. And the reason why is because Felice's mother was Lucia.
And her
Um,
mother's mother.
and her mother's mother was Lucia. Her mother actually wanted her to wear the same dress that she wore when she was Lucia. And Felice doesn't seem to be interested too much in being Lucia. Jennifer?
Okay, so I've done the homework or
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
and these pictures look kind of like the show, but it's not the show. So
Mm,
basically, this is something that is done plenty in Sweden. But it's Lucia, it means the bearer of light. Lucia is an ancient figure in the excuse me. Lucia is an ancient figure with an abiding role as a bearer of light in this dark Swedish winters. The many Lucia songs all have been the same theme. The night treads heavily around yards and dwellings. That's what okay, let's see. The tradition has its roots in far back in history. Most people in Sweden have probably experienced a Lucia procession as a
mm,
procession,
yeah.
which is always held on the 13th of December. So that's why it's so close to Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Lucia arrives with a crown of candles, accompanied by handmaidens carrying candles and star boys, huh, with
Yes.
cone-shaped hats. Okay, they didn't have the
They
cone-shaped
didn't
hat.
have that. No.
All dressed in white robes. A part of me wants to say why. I get that she has the light, but I want to know what is the significance of the actual thing. I'll look further into this, but let's continue to talk.
All right, sure. So in the next scene, we have August and his boys back in another room. I'm not sure what it is, and they're trying to finalize their plan to blame everything on
It's
Simone.
that same like meeting room that they did all the drugs in.
Right. And so Wille is like, oh, actually, wait a minute. That's not a good plan. No, we're not going to blame my man. Okay. What we going to do,
We're not gonna blame my man.
my man. Okay. So what we going to do is we going to put it on Alexander. And August is like, wait, hold up, wait a minute now, boy. You just, Mr. Prince, you just got here a couple weeks ago. So how was it that you gonna be calling some shots when you just brand new in this game? In this game, boy. Okay,
Ooh,
what kind of authority do you think you have just because you're the prince? Okay, you
ooh,
think you're gonna be running things? You don't run nothing.
not up in
And
here.
and Willem comes back and says, "Well, I've only been here a couple weeks, but how much longer are you going to be here?"
Child, when he said that, I said, ooh,
Okay, yes. Okay, how much longer will you be here, August?
oh my gosh.
Because your tuition has yet to be paid. What was your reaction to that line?
You heard my reaction. Ooh, well
Yes.
then. We finally used the fact that he's a prince for some good. Finally, jeez Louise, man. I can't say. I hope I see a little bit of August in Willie, a little bit more in the future, because he has the power, and these people are doing this boy wrong. So he needs to start using his powers for good, as you know, a little bit more, because he has so much. Like, he needs to be able to do that. He just needs to think on that level just a little bit of August in him.
he,
But
yeah,
oh, go ahead.
he does not know the power he possesses.
Yeah,
Right.
because let's think about it. That whole group that they're in,
Hmm.
it was set up to protect the royal family.
Right.
I am the royal family. You're going to do what I say.
Right. Yeah. And in the scene before this, August actually met up with the headmaster or head teacher or whatever, whoever she is, and she told him, well, since your tuition has not been paid, you got to be going by the end of the semester, sir.
Ciao.
She said there were plenty public schools for you to go to, August. There are
Plenty.
plenty public schools that are open and available for you and for young minds to
Ciao.
be molded and whatnot. And so therefore after this, August goes to, I'm not sure exactly if this is what happened next, but August does go to a computer lab. And remember, he has this video of Simone and Willie. And
Mhm.
he goes to post the video online. Did you see this coming? I'm sure you saw this coming, didn't
Of
you?
course, of course. That's why he held on to it for a moment such as this. So, yes, I'm not surprised at all. But one thing I was surprised about, Sarah, that's her name.
Yes, it is.
She ended up seeing that.
Yes, she did.
So I was happy with that for the moment. And then, what else had happened in that time frame? Willie went back to Simone and told him that this is what we said we're going to do.
Right. And then they have a really sweet hug at the end of that scene. It was really
It was
nice. And
sweet.
weren't they
Yeah.
both wearing white at that time because they were about to go to the ceremony, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, cause that's when they hugged. They hugged
Hmm.
with that white on with that horrible collar. Oh gosh, let me shut up, cause I might be talking about somebody's culture. My bad, y'all.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And you know what? I'm pretty sure the collar looked like that because it's from. It says from what I've seen 400 years ago,
Yeah.
and
It's tradition.
it's a, very important day as well. Let's say they said it's one of the most important things there. It says well, I looked at a website
Hmm.
and it does say Lucia Day is one of my favorite holidays for being in Sweden. The day is greatly loved by the Swedes. Okay. And if you're planning to visit, okay, never mind. But yeah, it's a big staple. I never knew. I never knew. Go ahead.
So Wille calls someone in the royal court to ask about Augustus' finances, to see what was going on. Did you have an idea of why Wille was doing that and what his plans were in doing that before we get to what he actually ended up doing?
No, he didn't. He find out or start googling that or googling, figuring out that information before he told the group what he was going to do.
No, because it was Simone that told Wille that August was broke.
But right after that, he started looking that up,
Yes, yes, he did.
and then he went to the group and said,
Hmm.
you ain't gonna be here past December, so
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And so then we have the Lucia ceremony. And Felice's mother is like, I'm so excited. Felice is going to be Lucia, and I'm so excited for me, for me. And she was giving me Electra from Pose vibes in that moment. Like when Ricky got the audition for the Madonna Blonde Ambition tour,
Hmm.
Electra was like, I'm so excited for me. I've done so well. Praise me. I'm the queen. What are you thinking of Felice's mother? Do you like her? Do you know a woman like this in real life?
It makes me feel sorry for Felice, you know.
Yeah, because she's so
Um,
sweet.
yeah, and but I she does have a little bit of her mother in her because she ain't let mama stump on over her though.
Right,
At the very least.
exactly.
You see her try to put on that thing that her mama and her mama's mama
No,
wore.
you know that thing ain't gonna fit, honey.
Okay, because she married into a what? African American household and we got boobies now.
Okay, we got body. Okay,
Okay, all
we got
kinds of body.
curves and swerves, honey, for your nerves.
So yeah, that was about to happen. So yeah, thank God for the ram in the bush because we have a pretty nice little lacy dress on or whatever. And yeah, she was about to be a Lucia.
Yes, but then Sarah is the first to walk in, crown of candles on her head, and
And
she
she
is
is Lucia.
Lucia.
And she sent her as okay, because she went to go get her Sarah went to go get her red sash from her
Hmm.
locker. That's when she what? Pete August doing what he was doing.
Right.
And then when she as she was walking back, she got a text message from Felice saying, "Hurry up, I got a surprise for you."
Hmm.
And that was a surprise. I'm not gonna be Lucia. You are boo. And
Right.
yeah,
Such
yeah.
a beautiful gesture, isn't it, from one friend to another. Then after the ceremony, who else shows up but Sarah's father?
Oh, King
Um,
Jesus. That's oh
this
Lord.
Yeah. What were your thoughts when you saw him come onto the screen? What were your worries? What were you thinking at that moment? Did you think
I
Sarah
knew
was going to be welcoming to him?
I knew Sarah wasn't gonna be welcoming into him. Of
Hmm.
course not. She don't even want her brother to see him. Cause some people say you can go see him, but I ain't going to. No, she said no. You don't go see him.
Right.
So I knew she wasn't going to accept him, but Mama was very nice.
She would, as she would be. That's just her nature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that's why I love her so much. I just want to give her a hug because
yeah, sweetheart.
she's just so sweet.
Yeah,
And Sarah eventually asked Simone, just please tell him to go. Just tell him to get out
yeah.
because I can't deal with him right now. He wants to support his
Um,
daughter, and it was such
yeah.
a sweet gesture, and I felt so bad for her father in that moment. Um,
Okay. And the reason why Lucia is so important, I finally found it.
okay,
Being that we're about to leave Lucia, uh, because her daddy made her upset. Um, so the reason why there's such importance on Lucia is because of the very short hours of daylight in the winter. So the start of longer days is a cause for celebration. So basically, during the winter, they don't have a whole lot of daylight. So it's like
gotcha.
Lucia comes in with the daylight. So it
Okay.
showing
Gotcha.
that we're about to have more light in our day.
Hence the
That I
candles.
like that.
It's really nice, isn't it? That's a nice
Yes, on
tradition.
the 13th of every year, I want to tell somebody Happy Lucia Day.
Okay, yes. Sounds fancy to me, honey.
Okay.
Yes. And so next thing we see in the last scene that we see, August gets a phone call from the royal court. And they inform him that the queen has taken care of his tuition. This is after he has posted the video, mind you.
Hmm.
And the queen says, "Family comes first."
Hmm.
What guilt do you think that August is feeling right now?
None. He's just happy that he gets what he wants. And also, I was literally saying the whole time, why doesn't he say anything to his cousin about him not having no money to have tuition? What makes him think that him not getting the money is just they just gonna let things, just go by? And then, oh gosh, another thing that they mentioned while he was with the Brotherhood,
Mhm.
um, it said that he won't sell. There's something that he won't sell.
Yes, he has not properties. He has something that he can sell. His mother told him in episode
He could
3
sell that.
that you can sell and pay your tuition 3 and 4 times over. You got stuff. And then August was like, "No, that's my money. I want your money."
No, but if he sells it, it would oust him from that group. That's
Oh.
why he didn't want to sell that. So yeah, I I'm over him. I'm over
Yeah.
him, and he should have just called his or tried to get in touch with or reach out to about the tuition so we wouldn't. But of course, that's TV for you.
Right. So yeah, that's all for this particular episode. I will let you know, for season 2, you will see a different side of August. You will also see a different side of Wille, and you will see a different side of Sarah.
I believe it. And I'll tell you why when we talk about the 6th episode.
Okay, okay, all right. Well, if you guys want to follow me, my Instagram is JoJo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. My YouTube channel is JoJo Speaks. Go find me on YouTube. I post videos every Thursday night at 9:30 with hot topics and social commentary with my co-host Genesita over here, who I'm doing a video with right now, as well as my brother-in-law Tyrone and our friend, good friend Mike.
Good friend.
We get into the happenings and goings on in the world. And so join us on JoJo Speaks, 9:30 on Thursday nights.
Absolutely. And of course, you are watching The Light of the Leo. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this spoilery review. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at The Light of the Leo, TikTok at The Light of the Leo, and of course here at YouTube at The Light of the Leo. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, as well as please like this video and all the other videos you see of me. Thank you so much for your support. Put down in the comments if there's anything else that y'all curious as for us to watch,
Yes.
or if you have any questions, please go ahead and give us your comments. Let us know what you're thinking. We would do appreciate you and such, and I hope y'all have a good day.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.
Is it done? Oh.